Hi, I'm Carol Angersani. Did you hear that Amazon just launched its very own brand of eggs, cheese, and other dairy foods? I couldn't wait to try them, so I quickly logged onto my Amazon Fresh account and placed an order. I'll show you some of the products I bought. Plus, we have another edition of How to Shop Smarter. Today's topic is How to Shop Smarter for milk. All this and more when we come back.
Washington, Jefferson, Adams. You can read the founders' names in the history books, but one name that you may not find is Selwyn Douglas, spelled with two O's. While the others may be the fathers of this country, Douglas was the father of store brands. There, in his small shop in Concord, Massachusetts, he sold food and beverages, household necessities, and health remedies. You could buy directly from the big barrels inside his store, or choose the things you needed from his shelves. They all came with his store's guarantee of quality. They were priced fairly, too. And when he wrapped up your items, he signed his name right on the packing paper, so you would always know where you bought things. That was the beginning of retailer store brands, and it hasn't changed in over 200 years. Store brands. Thank you, Selwyn Douglas.
Welcome back. The next time you're shopping for groceries online at Amazon Fresh, you may notice a new brand of milk, eggs, cheese, and other dairy products. It's called Happy Belly. What makes Happy Belly unique is that it's Amazon's own brand. Amazon reportedly plans to open its own grocery stores in several cities around the country. These stores will likely carry some Happy Belly products, as well as many of Amazon's other exclusive grocery brands. That is big news for all us food shoppers. Until then, you can get Happy Belly on Amazon.com. Let me show you what I bought. If you love cheese, you have plenty of options with the Happy Belly brand. You can get shredded, sliced, block, and string cheeses. Along with all the traditional cheeses, there's a Mexican four-cheese blend, provolone, Colby, Jack, and pepper jack. Of course, there are traditional American slices as well. There are even portable cheese sticks for on-the-go eating. Cage-free eggs are in high demand, so Amazon made sure to include them in its Happy Belly line. These eggs come from hens that were not raised in caged housing. Also, the hens were fed a vegetarian diet with no antibiotics or added hormones. Amazon offered an online coupon for 50 cents off these eggs, so they were an especially good value. Other products in the Happy Belly line include whipping cream, whipped topping, and sour cream. And what dairy line would be complete without milk? This lactose-free milk is one of many varieties available in the Happy Belly line. There's also whole milk, reduced fat, low fat, and fat-free milk. They're all available in half gallons. Speaking of milk, do you get confused about the many different options available in the supermarket? Up next, I will explain the differences to you. We'll be right back.
One of the most famous sculptors in the world is the Thinker. For ages, people have wondered exactly what he was thinking about. Some say he's thinking about the meaning of life. Others say he's contemplating the billions of stars and planets in the universe. But we know better. The Thinker is pondering how to save money at the supermarket. The answer, of course, is quite simple. The answer is store brands. Those great products that retailers offer with their own brand on it. Just as good as more expensive national brands, but better prices. Now that's not so complicated. Store brands. The Thinker knows.
Welcome back. There are many ways for you to get a milk mustache these days. Along with whole milk, there's reduced fat, organic, grass-fed, ultra-filtered, the list goes on. There are plenty of non-dairy options as well, so much so that I'll talk about them in another edition of How to Shop Smarter. For today, let's discuss how to shop smarter for cow's milk. First, let's talk about whole milk. Whole milk contains 3.5% fat by weight. It has 8 grams of fat and 150 calories per 8-ounce serving. But what's the difference between 1% and 2% milk? 2% milk is often labeled as reduced fat milk. Keep in mind that this doesn't mean an 8-ounce glass contains 2% fat. It means that the milk fat is 2% of the total weight of the milk. This type of milk has 5 grams of fat and 120 calories per serving. 1% milk, or low-fat milk as it's called, contains 1% fat by weight. It has 2.5 grams of fat and 100 calories per serving. What about skim milk? Well, skim milk is what's left after all the milk fat has been skimmed off. It has no fat and 80 calories per serving. It's also called fat-free milk. For those of you who are lactose intolerant, Lactose-free milk is more widely available. Lactose-free milk is real dairy milk with added lactase. The addition of lactase breaks down the lactose. Next, there's ultra-filtered milk. This is milk that has been put through filters to separate the fat, protein, and other components. Dairy companies then recombine the components in different percentages to give the milk more protein and calcium, yet less sugar. There are plenty of other specialty milks. There's organic milk, which has no added hormones, and it's antibiotic-free. It comes from cows that are given more grazing time in pastures as opposed to feedlots. There's grass-fed milk, which comes from cows whose entire diet was from the pasture, with no supplemental grains. Pasture-raised milk means the cows received a significant portion of nutrition from the pasture, but unlike grass-fed milk, they may have received supplemental grains. Just remember that all cow's milk contains 9 essential nutrients, including calcium, protein, vitamin D, plus at least 8 grams of protein per serving. So whether you use it for coffee, cereal, baking, or simply to dunk your cookies in, there's a milk for you. Thanks for watching. Want to find out about other new products and shopping tips? You can read all about them in my monthly newsletter at storebrandsusa.com. It's free, and I'm happy to send it to you. Just email me at carol@storebrandsusa.com. See you next month.